Let's discuss the extraordinary young organs, the uterus, part 2. Relationship with the directing and the penetrating vessels. The uterus is closely related to the kidneys, the directing vessel, the Ren Mai, and the penetrating vessel, Chong Mai. Both the directing and penetrating vessels originate from the kidneys and both flow through the uterus, regulating menstruation, conception, and pregnancy. In particular, the direct vessel provides chi and essence, and the penetrating vessel, blood, provides to the uterus. So we have here the illustration of the relationship between the uterus and directing and penetrating vessels. Normal menstruation and pregnancy depend on the state of the directing and penetrating vessels, which in turn depends on the state of the kidneys. If the kidney essence is abundant, the directing and penetrating vessels are strong, and the uterus is therefore adequately supplied with blood and essence so that there will be normal menstruation and pregnancy. If kidney essence is weak, the directing and penetrating vessels will be empty and the uterus will be inadequately supplied with blood and essence, so that there may be irregular menstruation, amenorrhea, or infertility. Remember, the governing vessel also has an important influence on the uterus and menstruation as it brings yang qi to the uterus, which is necessary for the ovulation. Although the directing and penetrating vessels are the ones that influence the uterus most directly, the influence of the governing vessel should not be underestimated. The menstrual cycle is like the ebb and flow of a tide of kidney yin and kidney yang, with yin increasing and therefore yang decreasing in the first half of the cycle, the follicular phase, and yang increasing and therefore yin decreasing in the second half of this cycle, the luteal phase. In terms of channels, this tide of yin and yang occurs in channels that flow through the uterus. That is the directing vessel bringing yin. The penetrating vessel also bring yin, but more specifically blood, and the governing vessel bringing yang. From this point of view, the governing vessel is as important in menstruation as the directing and penetrating vessel, as it brings yang qi from the kidney yang to the uterus in order to promote ovulation. Ovulation needs heat. So we have here the relationship between the uterus and the directing and penetrating vessels. As a summary, both directing and penetrating vessel flow through the uterus. The directing vessel brings qi, yin, and essence to the uterus. The penetrating vessel brings blood to the uterus. Thank you for your attention.